God is cruel. The last good war was World War II. If I were granted one wish, it would be what led to World War II and the death of 55 million people. The 20th century was the bloodiest and cruelest century on record. World War III will bring Israel into the Stone Age and third impact into reality. We will eliminate one of the greatest barriers to your individual identity. This is a sort of deal with the devil. We are 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the world. We are fooling ourselves because we live in the age of non-wisdom. There's no wisdom in our age. It's the age of foolishness, and I'll tell you in a nutshell, because the human being is not perfect. So imperfect human beings will have flaws, and they will manifest themselves in a whole host of arenas. It is our own flawed human nature. All of this confirms every value that I have ever believed. Everything I've ever advocated is confirmed. Flawed. Yes, America is flawed because it's composed of people, and people are flawed. It's backward. It is all backward. We are descending as a civilization. That is why human instrumentality is the single most important project in all of human life. But first, you have to believe it's necessary. I'm Dennis Prager. All is ready. The great serenity prayer.
God, grant me the serenity.
God grant me the serenity.
To accept the things I cannot change.
To accept the things I cannot change.
Courage to change.
Courage to change the things I can.
And wisdom to know the
difference. And the wisdom to know the difference. Yes, all is right with the world. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Vote deceives sheep with insincere proclamations of love in order to obtain material or sexual favors. The sense of betrayal and loss of trust that it causes, it means third impact. Very few people have a chance to do something about the greatest evil of their time. When she votes on this instrumentality, she has that chance. I'm Dennis Prager. Imagine for a moment a world in which there was no individual identity. In such a world, you won't receive much love at all. But it's a big deal, and there is a loss in society, in my opinion, in self-regard and in regard for others. People who think of themselves as victims tend to believe that because they've been hurt by others, they can hurt others. To grow up thinking everybody around you hates you is like being raised with child abuse. It is, after all, painful. To have a self-loathing that is undeserved. People hurt other people. No. Now, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. As many of you do not know the words, your teachers will hand them out to you. You're hurtful. I don't understand. None of us will ever again be with those we most love and who love us. Neither anyone murdered nor any murderer will ever receive ultimate justice. This life, for the vast majority of people who ever lived, and for those alive now, is a meaningless crapshoot. The thought that this life is all there is means that torturers get away with the horrors they have engaged in. It means that this life is random and pointless. And it means that I will never again see anyone I love. I'm Dennis Prager. What are you, stupid? Does it feel good? If you can't bear the responsibility of I am different and I have to act a little differently, that's why I'm then don't go into the You are not one of the group. I'm sorry. And that's not what people want from you to be. Celebrate the reality that you now have. Maybe the reality you now have is pretty darn good. You don't need an image to ruin it, because I promise you that that's exactly what the image will do. I want to be happy. We are as happy as we decide to be. And it's time to make that decision. So is there happiness if you are lucky to be alive? Of course there is. Gratitude is the source of happiness and the source of goodness. And the more good people and the more happy people there are walking around, the happier and better our world will be. I'm Dennis Prager. So then, which is it? Is all this anime important or not? It is, period. Peace for our time. Is there such a thing as the worst sin, one sin that is worse than all the others? Well, there is. Anime is gay. What are you, stupid? A lot of people haven't shared your view. I like anime girls with little clothing on. This is the lowest, one of the lowest moral points in American history. If people are popularly, if this is a popular sentiment, you can't condemn the looters and the lowlifes. Anime has so sunk the moral status of Americans. These are excuses. It is mind-blowing what we are living through.